I'll be back.
This is Video Store Clerks. Welcome to the store.
What is up, good people? Ah! You scare me. Scare me.
That's the idea. It's that time of season.
Ah! Anyway, we are your Video Store Clerks. I'm Chapman.
I'm like,
Nostradamus.
oh.
Ah.
I
As
think
you
I
can
spelled that
tell,
wrong.
old Davey and Chuck are not here. They had some other stuff to do that was rather important. But anyway, you got us. Sorry about your luck. But we will do things the way we usually do and do some news, a clip of the week, run some ads, and pieces. So, further ado, let's run some news.
Easter eggs are not really Easter eggs.
Okay. I make chocolate.
네, 현재 이곳 라이온즈 파크는 38도에 육박하고 있습니다. 제 뒤에는
Oh shit! Got her.
Fuck. What was that? It's a fucking little Conjuring guy, or not? Conjuring? No.
No.
What was the Grudge?
Yeah.
I'm ridiculous. Don't mind me. All right, we can go here and do some top 10 box office hits this week. Falling off. Number 10, Weapons.
What?
Railroad. Weapons is down to 10.
Damn.
Did 1.2 mil this week, doing 150 mil the last 7 weeks. And number 9, Sight and Sound presents Noah Live. Did 1.5 mil first week out. Then number 8 is the re-release of the Toy Story, coming up on its 30th anniversary. Did $1.4 million in the last 2 weeks. It did 5.9.
The kids love it.
Apparently so. I've only ever seen the first one. Number 7, The Senior. First week out did 2.6 million. That is the new Michael Chiklis film where he goes back to college to play football in his 50s or something.
So it's like back to school.
Yeah, with Michael Chiklis playing football.
There you go.
I'm down. Number 6, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey did $3.2 million. I did not watch a trailer for that yet, but I think it's that Colin Farrell, Kirsten Dunst, I think.
Don't know. This is the first I'm hearing of it. BBBJ? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
BBBJ. Number 5, A Long Walk did $6.2 million this week, doing 22.6 the last 2 weeks.
New Stephen King.
Doesn't look too shabby. I want to see it. Number 4, Downtown Abbey, the grand finale. Did 6.4 mil this week, doing 31.7 the last 2 weeks. And number 3, The Conjuring Last Rites. 12.3 mil this week, did 151 mil the last 3 weeks. I'm not a big fan of those films. Never really have been. The Warners were full of shit, man. Number 2, Him. First week out did $13.3 million. The new Jordan Peele film. Shit looks pretty dope.
Another football-related film, but
that is true.
Really different.
And number 1, huh?
I said it looks kind of interesting.
It doesn't look bad. I know, I think Bloody, their Rotten Tomatoes gave it a little low score, but I don't believe shit they say. No way. Number 1, Demon Slayer, The Infinity Castle, did 17.2 mil this week, doing 105 million the last 2 weeks.
Well, how apropos that Demon Slayer is number 1 on the night we're doing Demons.
Demons.
Preparing for the holiday season. That's right. We're starting early because we loved horror flicks around here at the video store, and we're going to kick it off this week. 40 years of Demons.
40 fucking years of Demons. We do have a couple deaths this week. We had Polly Holiday died at the age of 88. She was a waitress on Alice. And then also Robert Redford passed away last week.
Big one.
So that's a real big one.
Yeah.
But to counteract the RIPs, we got some B-days. We got Anthony Mackie turning 47 today. Jason Alexander is 66. Chris Candy, 41 years old.
Just seen him.
And the boss, Bruce Springsteen, 76.
Damn. Still kicking.
Still kicking. He still fucking looks good. Like he was just the one, I think, Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon or some shit the other week.
Well, I mean, regardless of that, the fact if you see any of his concerts, he plays for like 4 or 5 hours straight. Like this dude is a fucking machine.
Get your fucking money's worth.
Yeah, for sure. Because those tickets are expensive as hell.
Oh, I'm sure. Fucking Jersey bad boy. And other news we have this week. So the Super Mario Galaxy movie got a release date for April 3rd, 2026. Mortal Kombat was actually supposed to come out, I think, this week, but it got pushed back till the 2026, I think, in January, because it was due to Superman.
What?
It was due to Superman. Because Warner Brothers wanted to have a big hit come out at the beginning of the year as well.
I don't know if it's going to be a big hit.
I don't either, but they're hoping.
They can hope.
And also, Henry Cavill, I guess that's how you pronounce it. I never did figure that straight shit. I hear some celebrities call him Cavill. Some call him Cavill. I don't know. But he was injured while he was training filming Highlander.
That's interesting because I don't know if you got it in your notes. What's his face? Just got injured on Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too, and it was the next thing coming up. It was
Crazy.
the double injury feature. So those movies have got put on hold. And Avengers Doomsday teaser dropped at the Disney Studios Marketing Expo in Shanghai with the teaser of Doomsday by RDJ. That's all I got.
That's all.
That's it.
Crazy.
Crazy, right? Crazy. And now I want to do our feature presentation. The 1985 Lamberto Bava Demons. I don't know what you thought about this film, but I liked it. I always have fun watching this movie. It's just one of them goofy, one of the movies you just throw on. Has a lot going on, real fun, fast played out, good shit.
Yeah, it's one of those. If you when you're watching it, it's clearly an 80s flick, man. It's got that 80s feel.
100%.
And then the music. That's probably one of the best things about this flick is
you got the fucking Scorpions like Rick Springfield, fucking Billy Idol, Access, Accept. Yeah, Molly Crew. Like you got all the fucking bangers in this shit.
So I don't know how they ended up pulling this money for this shit, but you know
that's the thing. So like, okay, so it's demons, but in Italy it was demoni, which came out October 4th, 1985. Yeah. Then in the States, it came out in May 30th, 1986.
Gotcha.
And just known as Demons. But it's directed by Lamberto Bava. The story was Dardano Sacchetti. And then the screenplay was Dario Argento and Franco Ferrini. And then the other two also wrote the screenplay.
Right.
And then the effects I loved in this movie, too, were done by Sergio Stivaletti. Because the scenes where like the teeth are getting pushed out and the fangs are going in and the fingernails and shit.
Yeah,
that shit looks good.
Yeah, and then they hold on to that shot, so you can see it like clear. It's not like quick, because there's a lot of quick cuts in this film. Like there was a part. Whenever the first, well, not the first chick, but the second chick that got scratched is behind the screen.
Yeah,
and they're like shit is flashing back and forth. Like I was like, it almost like fucked up my head because I'm like, what's it like? Am I watching the chick freaking out, or am I watching the chick on the screen freaking out, or what's going on? Because it was like cutting back and forth real quick. So it was kind of a mind fuck there.
It was.
So,
And then it was rough for me because I had the lights out, even though I watched it again today. But I always had the lights out, and then fucking I'm epileptic, so strobe lights kind of fuck with me. But you got to enjoy the little things.
But yeah, that's like Bava, you know, man, with these quick cuts. And then like later on, whenever they're like the group of them are sitting around and it like cuts around to each person's face, it's just like his style, you know, one of those things that he does. And I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of it, but you know, it's different, you know, especially if you want to mess with the audience a little bit.
Right. No, but you mentioned before too, like the music, but Claudio Simonetti is the one who did a lot of the other, like just like the musical tracks.
Yeah.
And those are fucking good. Like the Demon song in the beginning is great.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's pretty hard. Like it's metally. But no, like the budget's weird because I was looking that shit up and it says the budget for this was $1.8 million.
Yeah.
Which to me is kind of hard to believe. But then it made 1.225 million Italian lire in Italy. I'm not sure what the currency exchange is on that, but then it said in US, like worldwide US and everything, it only did $2,952 or something. And I'm like, what the fuck? I think some of these numbers are fucked up because it's an older film.
Yeah.
So I think they got a lot of this shit kind of jacked up. But no, like I had a lot of fun with this. Like going into it, like the beginning, you get kind of freaked out because you got the man in black wearing that. I mean, it looks like he's wearing like a silver mask, but he could be a cyborg. Like you never fucking know.
Looking like the Phantom of the Opera.
Right. It doesn't really clarify. And then, so they did Demons 2, and then Demons 3, the Ogre. But then the guy that plays Man in Black is Michelle Savoy, some shit like that. But he also did The Church, which also gets kind of thrown into this franchise somehow.
The Church
came out in '89 as well, which is the same year Demons 3 came out,
right.
Which really didn't have to do with the other ones. And then like a lot of the same actors in this film are in Demons 2, but they play different characters.
Right.
So it's kind of weird, but you can tell he kind of sticks with his crowd. But it's one of those weird films too, where it's like a film within a film. So like these people get invited to this film by the Man in Black, handing out tickets for the Metropole, which is the theater, which is actually a Club Goya in Berlin. And they use it for a lot of our conventions and shit like that. So it has history. But it's just weird because like you get him, and then he's handing out these tickets, and then everybody goes to these fucking this fucked up viewing of this movie. They have no idea what they're seeing, which I just thought was the strangest concept. But then like once they get into the movie and shit, like shit picks up quick once the transformation happens because they're watching a movie, and then in that movie they have a demon mask.
Don't put that on.
I don't want to get scratched. You get scratched, you're fucked.
Yeah.
I saw the movie twice in the same movie.
All right. It's not going to take a blind man to warn you not to touch that. All right.
Dude, that shit's funny.
But I mean, we got to say that we see Cheryl starting off from the very beginning, riding on the subway.
Oh yeah.
Going to meet her friend, and she can already sense that there's something off, something going on, because she's like looking around. You know, she doesn't feel right. You know, just something doesn't feel right with Cheryl right at the gate. And then it's not like it's a bad subway. It's like, I was sitting there, I'm like, man, Cheryl needs to go to New York City, and then she can trip out.
Right.
Because this subway looks fine to me. It's just empty.
Yeah, it looked like almost like a nicer version of the Metro, like.
Because there's like lots of people on the train, and then as soon as she gets off, like everybody just disappears, and then you hear the footsteps of that man, and he shows up, and then she starts taking off. She's like freaked out, and then somehow he beats her to the top and just hands her the ticket. And then as soon as he walks away, then all of a sudden you got a score of people just coming in.
Take the
out
ticket.
of nowhere.
Take the ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit cracks me up. And then she goes back and she's like, "Can I get another one from my friend? Are you dressed like that for the film?" He just kind of like has this like weird grin on his face and walks off. Needless to know, she didn't realize she's fucking over her and her friend.
Yeah, man. What, they're supposed to go to class, weren't they?
Yeah. Her and her buddy Kathy.
I think that's a lesson for all you kids out there that want to skip school.
Go to the movies or the arcade, which arcades aren't a thing anymore, but not around here anyway.
No.
No, but then like it's funny because then like they make it a point too, like once everybody gets in the movie theater, they have like a center display up, so you don't know what the movie is or what they're going to see, but you see a display of like a dirt bike with a guy on it holding a katana, and then hanging from the one handlebar is the mask. And then so the one streetwalker, we'll call her, puts it on and gets scratched. So then later on, as they're watching the film, the dude in the film puts on the mask and he gets scratched. And then they realize things are panning out the way they do in the movie because then he gets possessed and some other bullshit. But I like in the film whenever he like the guy puts the mask up to his face, like the film in the film.
Yeah.
He puts it up there and the guy's like, "Don't do that." He's like, "Whoever wears that becomes a demon." He's like, "How do you know?" He's like, "It says it right here. Whoever wears this becomes a demon."
Mr. I can't read Latin. Then all of a sudden I can read Latin.
Right. Like, that shit just cracks me up because I'm like, that was fucking convenient.
This was an interesting theater too, because it like had all like I had
Nice.
Nosferatu poster. I saw what was that one? No Nukes or something like that. I can't remember. There's
seeing the Nosferatu, and I didn't really look at the other ones.
Yeah, there's a few different interesting posters in there, and it's just a weird setup. It almost looks like an art gallery, with all the displays and everything like that. And we saw the usher chick at the beginning.
Yeah.
Getting ready, the shot of upper leg or whatever that Pava's got to do, and she's putting on her best elf costume so she can go tear tickets at this theater.
And it's funny because you almost think like she's the one behind a lot of this shit.
Yeah, she's like the red herring until shit goes sideways. Yeah.
Yeah, because like at the beginning, like you think some shit's going on. Then once they start freaking out, once that chick busts through the screen and transforms into another demon after she got attacked by, so the other chick's name was Rosemary.
Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, she goes and gets, I think her name's Greta. But she gets the scratch on her cheek and goes into the bathroom because her cheek's still bleeding. And then she transforms in there. So then the other chick, which I don't know if they ever say her name. I want to say that it was Carmen.
Maybe.
But she goes and checks on them because they're with their money handler.
You mean the pimp?
With their money handler, Tony. Tony's a badass.
He's the pimp. And they're
Bobby
the
Rose.
hua. They were the
or that.
hua. She was a hua.
Hooah. Hoorah. So she goes and checks and then she gets scratched or whatever by the other one. By Rosemary.
Is there a line there too? Because they're fucking sitting there smoking beforehand. And the usher chick comes over and is like, "No smoking in here." And they're like, "Oh, we're sorry." And then they light up again. They're giggling or whatever. And the old guy over there with his wife is getting all pissed off because he's so fucking into this movie all of a sudden.
And it just started.
And he's like, "Oh, whores." And she's like, "Whoa." And his wife's like, "What's it to you?" But I like he's like so into this movie that he's sitting there and you see him take off his coat, he's getting worked up watching this fucking horror movie.
Well, that shit's funny too, because you mentioned the blind guy.
Yeah.
Why does a fucking blind man go to the movies and then have his daughter or somebody talking through it?
That's a very odd thing, because not only did she have to get a ticket for her and her dad, her blind dad, that she's going to have to, he can listen to the dialogue and kind of figure out what's going on, because they're like, "Oh, if you close your eyes and just listen to the dialogue, you can tell for the most part what's going on." but now
Right.
he's asking her to describe in more detail, I guess. But somehow she's also gotten a ticket for a random dude that's come to, like, at first it was so weird because he comes in and he gets in that aisle and he comes all the way down this empty aisle and sits next to her. I was like, what kind of creeper is this? And then it's like, then we find out, oh, she just ditches her dad.
Well, I mean, Greg and Ken do the same shit to Cheryl and Kathy almost.
Yeah.
Because they like see her in the fucking in the front of the lobby or whatever. Then they're there. Then they even say, I think they're gonna sit next to us, and then they fucking do.
Yeah.
And it just looks so like they don't even ask if like they can sit there. Like usually you're like, hey, you mind if we sit here? Like, nah, they're just like, fuck it, we're sitting here.
Yeah.
So like that whole scene was weird because you would think that he would ask, but the whole time I kept looking at that dude George. I swear, like I just kept thinking of Mikhail Dudikoff.
Yeah.
But it's Urbano Barbini. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But then in some shots, like if you caught him like kind of like in like a dark scene, he looked kind of like Jensen Ackles.
Yeah.
But he's in the sequel as well, Demons 2. But no, yeah, the blind man in the movie shit just cracked me up. But then what also cracks me up is whenever they do, like once everybody's freaking out, then they run out to the lobby to try to get out. And then they start peeling out the doors, but all the doors are sealed off. So like, they're there for a reason. So like how somebody realized someone was going to put this mask on and scratch their face and turn into demons, and then that demon was going to turn everybody else into demons and fuck up the whole theater is beyond me. But I like the guy's thought process.
Yeah.
Because they were definitely trapped in there. So that's why you think that Ingrid, the fucking usher lady, is in on it. Because she's just kind of like walking around with the flashlight, checking shit out. And then whenever Rosemary goes up to go to the bathroom, she's just like standing behind the fucking little curtain thing.
Yeah.
So it definitely throws you off with her until she gets ate by a bunch of demons later.
Yeah.
But then my favorite people were the punk rock people. They're just fucking in this car driving around town doing coke out of a Coke can.
Yes. He sticks a straw in, he's like snorting it. Like, oh, it's Coke.
Like, I remember the first time I ever saw this movie. I was younger. Because I think the first time I ever saw this was on like USA Up All Night or something. And so I didn't get it because I didn't understand.
So you're a young kid and you're like getting Coke out of the fridge and snorting it. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do some Coke, just like all these guys that are cocaine.
Let me get my bendy straw and I'm gonna snort my beverages.
They used to have cocaine in Coca-Cola a long time ago, but
right. But then it's funny because like Hot Dog ends up dropping the can. So then Ripper gets all pissed off, the driver. And he's like, you guys are going to scrape all that shit up. So like he like pulls over the car and they got the fucking razor blades out, scraping everything, trying to get everything back in the can. And then the one chick in the back, Nina, she looks over and like shows Ripper a baby picture. She's like, I was 1 year old in this picture. He's like, yeah, you selling your twat by then too, huh?
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck?
Like, why is she carrying around this picture of her as a 1-year-old?
Right.
I don't know.
That fucking line cracked me up.
Yeah. And then he's just taking this razor blade and scraping her titties.
Oh yeah. He's like, you have some snow down here in the valley.
Yeah.
And he ends up cutting her tit with a razor blade. I don't think I want to hang out with those guys. Well, that's like in that scene too, like it's pretty dope just because you get like fucking White Wedding by Billy Idol bumping in the background.
Oh yeah.
So it definitely fits the mood.
I still, anytime I hear that song now, I think back to American Horror Story. When I can't, what season was it? Was it 1980? Yeah, I think so. Or wait,
the one with
it was shit. Now I can't remember. What year was it? Was it 1980 or 1985?
That was 84.
Fuck, I might be all fucked up. I'm gonna look it up.
That was the one with
It was 84. Okay, you're smart. I'm dumb. All right, so yeah, fucking Yes, from American Horror Story 1984, when what's her face Roberts is getting married.
Oh yeah,
and then that whole scene freak out where
that was a good season. That was the last season I really watched.
I liked it. Emma Roberts.
Yeah, but one of the coolest cool shots in this film is whenever the demons are running up over that little ramp and like all that blue background. Like I don't know why, but that's an iconic scene. Like that's the cover of the film, but you can't really see it because Mike's head's on it. But it looks good. It looks real good. Should be able to do a double up top and bottom. That'd be better.
Came with the frame.
Came with the frame.
But yeah, there you go, right there behind you.
Yeah, there we go.
But it's just cool.
It looks so good.
Yeah, with the glowing eyes and everything, the blue background just coming up those stairs. I feel like if he should have kind of hung on that visual for a little bit longer.
Yeah. It kind of pans out, then you just see them walking.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here where I'm like, oh, this would have been like really, really good had he made a little bit more effort into it, like that. And then later on, just some of the ideas we'll get to. It could have been done better, but keep going.
Yeah, because shit goes crazy in there. Like they all fucking freak out. They go to the front, and then they end up going on the balcony because they think that's the safest place, which I thought was an odd choice.
Well, they went up to the projector, remember?
Well, yeah, they destroyed the projector room, which was even a weirder choice. But then they all go on the balcony, which is funny because like the one chick's like, they're all trying to break this door down and it's locked. And then the chick's like, I can crawl through that window. And fucking my boy Tony's like, we ain't got time for that shit. And he kicks it down. And then like nobody's in there. So they're like freaking out because it's on a timer. So he's just like, destroy everything. And they just fucking wreck this fucking projector room. I was like, that's a little too much. Like, you didn't need to do all that. Just tear the film out the camera.
Right.
Would have been just as easy. And you would have not damaged thousands of dollars worth of equipment.
Well, I was thinking, if they're of the mindset that whatever is happening in the film is happening in real life, then you wouldn't want to destroy the film because you want to go to the end of the film to figure out how it ends and if they were able to stop it in the film. You see what I'm saying? Like that would have made more sense to me, where it's like, hey, okay, let's skip to the end and see how they beat the demons, so we can beat the demons.
Right.
But they just said, "Fuck it."
I actually want to see that. I want to see the movie they were watching in the theater.
Yeah,
it looked interesting. Like they go to hunt for Nostradamus, and then they fucking end up finding that evil mask and a book, and can magically read Latin, and it's nice. Because what they say, they will make cemeteries the cathedrals and your city's the tomb or something like that.
Mm-hmm. The tombs of your cities.
So
very ominous.
Like that movie, I think looks pretty good. Like I want to see that shit. Like I don't know. Like I wonder if it's an actual movie or they stole it, like the concept, or if they filmed that and this. I'm assuming they filmed that and this. Right. Yeah. Because that'd be kind of fucked up, though, if they just kind of just snatched this people's idea and like, we'll just do this and show this film in a fucking theater and then steal the whole idea. That'd be fucking weird
because it jumps around. Like you get to see that part where they're at the crypt and everything like that. But then it's like it jumps forward, like because you're going back and forth between what's going on in real life and what's going on in the film. And then there's like a part where there's where the chick that's behind the screen, what I was saying earlier, she's behind the screen. And then the screen is showing this other girl, and somebody got a knife from somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, because he was cutting. She was in like a tent or something, right? And he was cutting the tent open, like a Jason.
Like how did she end up in a tent? And where did this knife come from? Because he stabbed his buddy with it. I don't know. It would have made more sense if he would have like stabbed him with like that metal bar that he used to pry open the crypt, but.
But why even open that coffin?
And it wasn't, whenever you see the overhead shot, it wasn't even like a full-size coffin. It was like, it almost looked like a baby coffin or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, like they figure it's the body of Nostradamus because it says Nostradamus on the side of it. Yeah. But I wouldn't want to fucking, like, why do you want to open that and see a fucking, like, mummified corpse? They're like, he's not even in here. There's a fucking book and something wrapped in a rag. It's like, all right, let's check it out.
Let's steal this shit. Sounds like a good idea.
Right. Grave robbers. Now, like, a lot of shit goes on, though, because everybody just starts fucking hanging out. Then they start freaking out while they're up on the balcony waiting. And then people are still getting bit by zombies, so they somehow climb up to the top of the balcony.
They're not zombies, they're demons.
Demons. Because Tony gets fucked up. Boy, Tony hangs dude his fucking
man.
And he's like, cut that fucking rope, and he never does. Then another dude pops over the rail and he fucking snatches him up. Then Tony got fucked up.
Yeah, man. They should have kept Tony around longer. He was cool.
Yeah, he's dope in the second one too. He's a fitness instructor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he keeps everybody on their toes. But yeah, he's a funny fuck. No, but so I mean, aside from just mayhem, like, you get the crazy scene where they're trying to, like, because fucking what's their faces, like, all the kids get out, the main characters, Cheryl, Kathy, Ken, and George.
Jorge.
And then they're trying to fucking figure a way to how to get out of this place. And then Kathy's all fucked up. And then they don't realize that Kathy really is fucked up. And then she kind of like turns into she turns into a demon, but then she's not like a full demon. She's like somebody else, like a demon, like a different soul in her body or something. Like she's possessed. She's like, where are we? Blah, blah, blah. But then that's whenever she bends over, she falls down. And then that other demon comes out and grows out of her back. And George is like, oh no, look at her back.
Get that back shot.
She could arch it pretty well. Hopefully that. No, I was hoping the other demon photo would pop up whenever the little guy that crawled out of her back. But then he fucking turns around and scratches the shit out of Ken.
What happened to that guy?
And then he just runs off.
Yeah, he just scampers off.
Yeah, like he's like, "Fuck this, I'm leaving."
And why aren't demons coming out of everybody else's body? That was kind of odd.
I didn't understand that either.
Maybe the budget didn't. We can only do one demon coming out of the body scene.
I mean, it's probably pretty expensive.
Save it for Kathy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I know in the second one, the dude that plays the little demon dude is what's his name? Micha or whatever the hell that guy's name is. Micha fucking the plane.
What?
the plane guy.
Oh, shit.
Isn't it like Micha something?
No. God damn it. The plane, boss, the plane. It's Tattoo, but I don't know what his real name. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he played the demon guy in the second one. There's the demon picture.
Fuck, what is it? I'm gonna fuck this name up. Hervé Villachez.
That guy.
Yeah. Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
That guy. No, but this is like whenever the movie really kicks off, though, like it goes into overdrive once fucking
Maximum overdrive?
Yes. Like Ken gets scratched and the movie just fucking takes a different turn.
Yeah.
Because he fucking goes crawling around. They go chase him and he's hanging out by the motorcycle and he fucking I just love how he ends up giving fucking George the sword. He's like, kill me. Yeah. And then before he turns, he doesn't. He waits till he turns and he kills him. And then like the next scene, you see fucking George just come flying into the theater on a dirt bike, fucking swinging a samurai sword around. He went like full Ash Williams.
Yeah, and he's like driving over the seats. Like, I don't even know how this is possible.
It's not. But that shit's fucking great. Because then, so you get like that whole scene just cracks me up though. Because you get that part, him driving on the seat, slashing fucking demons with the katana. Then fucking his shirt's all tore like Ash Williams, so he really looks like Ash Williams. And then he wrecks the bike. And then as soon as he wrecks the bike, a fucking helicopter falls through the roof.
Yeah.
And then he's like, get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Yes.
Gotta get to the chopper to get away from the demons.
What are you doing? The demons are coming. Ah.
And then luckily the fucking chopper works just enough. He somehow knows how to turn it on and everything. Just enough time for the fucking blades to swirl around and kill all the other demons that are around. And then gives him enough time to find a fucking grappling hook in the helicopter. And then grabs the winch off the helicopter, then shoots the grappling hook up so they can get the fuck out of there.
Very convenient.
I'm like, that was a very, very strange turn of events.
Yes.
Like only in movies.
Now, see, what? Evil Dead didn't come out till what, 87?
The first one or the second one, yeah.
What year is the first one?
Fuck me. 80...
81. So you think he tried to make George more into Ash in this one?
No, I mean, I just think it's kind of like one of them things. Like, what else are you gonna fucking do?
Well, we've seen this kind of stuff before, like
Right.
Like Fulci and some of the other Italian fellows, kind of borrowing ideas, if you will. It's not like a full blown ripoff or anything, but you can see that there's little.
There's a resemblance.
Yeah, little.
Especially like the way his shirt's torn, like 100%. Because it's like missing like one sleeve, and then it's all torn down the chest, and his pocket's off.
Right, and instead of him having a chainsaw, he's got a, katana.
Right. He's got a Tori Hanzo sword.
Oh, Hanzo sword. How much do they go for?
Priceless. But in Texas, it's $200.
Good deal.
No, but that fucking like there's just the spin around on this movie. Like that's why I like the pacing too, because like it starts out, you're just kind of learning a little bit. Then they get to the theater, fucking shit goes chaos, and then it doesn't really slow down from there. Like they had like that one little, they had like that one little slowdown where they're all just kind of chilling up on the balcony, waiting it out while they're trying to like knock down a wall with a fire extinguisher. Realize that room goes nowhere.
The room to nowhere.
Like that's a little slowdown. But after that, I mean, for the most part, though, you just always see demons running around.
I don't know. I feel like you could have shaved off maybe 15 minutes of because there's stuff going on, like you said, right around that time when they're trying to barricade the place, and that one guy and his girlfriend are climbing through the vents like freaking John McClane. Stuff like that. I mean,
actually, that was Hannah. Hannah is actually played by Fiore Argentino.
Yeah,
Dario's daughter.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool that she's in that film. But then her little buddy Tommy or whatever, he was an idiot.
But yeah, that's one of the things. If I was going to change anything, it would maybe not have it slow down at that point, or at least at that point have something else going on to just keep keep it kind of moving along, because I feel like there's a little bit of a drought there. But then you talked about the helicopter crashing.
Yeah, that whole 8-minute segment is fucking amazing.
Because it almost seems like they went to land on the roof, and then it just fell through. Like this roof.
Yeah, I don't know, because you can hear it for a minute, and then because they're all like, "What the fuck is that?" And they're just all freaked out, waiting for some crazy shit to pop through the roof. But then some crazy shit pops through the roof. It just wasn't what they was thinking, I think.
Yeah, because it's like they're already dead, right? The pilot and the co-pilot.
Yeah.
So you would think that they're crashing through the roof rather than landing,
Right?
Because they're already fucked up. But how do they get fucked up in the air if there's no other demon there? I don't know.
Unless they were landing on the roof initially and then they got attacked on the roof. But It's still grasping.
Yeah. But I liked, the idea of it coming through. If you would have just had it crash through, I guess you couldn't have really set up. Like, how does George know how to operate a plane or a helicopter, for crying out loud?
He's fucking George, man.
Like, I like the idea. It reminds me of, what was it? Day of the Dead? Whenever the chopper, the blade is spinning around and slices that guy's head, that zombie's head. Remind me of that. And I like that idea. It's like, if you make it make sense to where, okay, I used to be like George used to be in the army and he knew how to fly a helicopter. Then all of a sudden he turns it on, and then you actually have like a good effect, because this one didn't work as well. Obviously it wasn't like high budget or anything like that, but you could have done it better to have where the blades were spinning around and just sliced up like all of them,
Right.
Fucking blood flying everywhere, parts flying everywhere, green goo flying everywhere.
But then at the same time, it would have been like Army of Darkness whenever he has the fucking blade on the front of the car.
Yeah.
Even though that was years later, but
sure. But I felt like that could have been done a lot better. But I like the idea of it. It just,
right.
Sometimes, you just don't have the budget to do anything major like that.
Right. Yeah, that shit's just funny. But then, like, I just think it's good too how he finds this fucking grappling hook in this fucking thing super conveniently, and then shoots the perfect shot over to like the rail of the roof so they can climb up there with ease. Perfect. And then once they get to the top, fucking the man in black with the metal face is there again, trying to kill him. So he's behind the whole ordeal. But then once they get out of that whole shit, it's just fucked up, because you think everything only took place in the theater, but then you learn that the whole fucking city is undergone with fucking demons.
Well, we didn't discuss how that even happened.
What?
How the city became overrun.
Yeah, they're just fucked.
No, I'm saying, what caused that?
I have no idea.
No, they showed it. It was the blind guy got out.
Oh yeah, he bit them one guys.
Yeah, because whenever the
punk guys get in there,
when they're trying to escape from the cops, the door magically opens and they go inside. But then the blind guy comes out and is hiding behind the car. So the cops come over looking for the punks.
Yeah, and they get bit. But I mean, that's a lot of biting for a short period of time. So maybe like 2 hours might have went by in that period.
Maybe. I mean, it's a film, so you could suspend disbelief and say, "Oh, it's been 5 or 6 hours." But I mean,
yeah,
it's all of society.
What did they say to that cop whenever they were like, "Freeze, give me your license and registration"? He's like, "We're out of here."
Yeah, they run off. Oh, pigs suck.
Yeah, they just jump out the car and fucking run. I'm like, what the fuck?
Even though wasn't one of them named like Baby Pig or something like that?
Yeah. Hey, you had I think Baby Pig, Hot Dog, and Ripper, and then Nina.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? But then inconveniently at the door they tried to run. Like, I thought they were in that alley already, but then like it's pretty much the same fucking car and the same alley. So it's almost like in that shot they just like used two different alleys, but it was really the same alley. They just moved the cop car.
No, because the cops got out of the cop car and then went down the alley.
Yeah, but it seemed like but then they were in the other alley with another car that looked just like theirs. So I'm wondering if it was the same car they stole.
No, there was a different car, because the car that the punks were in was parked by the cop car.
Right.
And they jumped out and ran down the alley, and there was a different car there.
Yeah, but it looked just like their car.
Oh, you're saying for filming purposes, they used the
same car twice in two different alleyways.
We couldn't pay for a third car.
Yeah, I'm saying they used two cars or one car in two different shots.
Okay, maybe.
But then the door magically opens to let them inside. Then the blind guy crawls out. And then they were like, "Where we at? We're in the fucking theater, man." And then fucking Nina gets 8 because she goes and puts on some lipstick with the leaky mirror.
There's something about that room. Like the chick earlier went in there and she's just like kind of hanging in there looking at the mirror or whatever. And then she gets her head torn off. It's like she gets scalped almost by the hua.
Hoorah. No, but this shit, I don't know. Like, this movie's fucking funny. But it's just funny, too. Like, also, like, once they start running around town, realizing the whole fucking town's fucked. And then out of nowhere, the dude just, like, pulls up. He's like, "Get in." And it's fucking the dude from Jurassic Park and his 2 kids. And then they're just fucking hanging out like it's business as usual. Like, they're not really freaked out. They got, like, a fucking... The back seat's full of guns. This fucking like 5-year-old kid's eating a hot dog with a shotgun on his lap. Then they decide they're like, "Let's go west. We're going to go far away, so we can outrun all this bullshit."
We're going west.
But it's just funny, like how they just show up out of nowhere and they're just fine with what's going on, like it was supposed to happen.
Right.
And then that's when you get to, like, the end credits as they're driving off, which is a good cut though. Like how they get the end credits, like halfway through the credits, you get the thing of like Cheryl sitting there, like you notice her neck's kind of fucked up because she's scratching at it, and then she turns into full blown demon, turns towards the camera, and then fucking the little kid in the front just turns around and blasts her out the fucking Jeep with a shotgun.
He knew what was up.
Right. Like he wasn't hesitating at all. He was just like, "Fuck this." Like that kid's gonna be a trooper. Hey. What's happening, sweetheart? She got carried away watching the glove.
I don't have it.
All right.
Good old Italian giallo.
Good stuff. Everybody's on the Italian kick. Full-blooded Italians.
What's up, Tamara?
Full-blooded Italians. No, but every time I watch this movie, I fucking have a lot of fun with it. I used to always get it confused with Return of the Living, or no. Fuck.
One of those.
Night of the Demons.
There you go.
There we go.
Not Demon Night.
No.
Not Night of the Living Dead.
No.
Not. Okay.
Night of the Demons. That other shitty remake they made with Shannon and Elizabeth and fucking fuck.
Cool.
T2 kid. Edward Furlong.
There you go.
I knew I'd get there. I knew it. Hey, Nostradamus. I love the haircut.
Yes, I predict that we will be doing horror for the next 5 weeks.
From now up until Halloween.
Then we got the special.
Yeah, man. I'm ready. But I do believe that's it for demons, unless you have anything else to add.
Well, there was a couple things I was thinking about. We talked about, you said how George kind of reminds you of Ash. There was parts to this film that kind of reminded me of the Thriller video. You know, not necessarily the dancing or anything like that, but whenever Thriller, if you watch the music video, how it opens up where Michael Jackson is there with his date at the theater,
right,
watching that, and then basically what happens in the movie comes to reality. Right. So I feel like there's inspiration there, because what Thriller was like 82, I think. So
damn, was that
I could see they took pieces of things there, or just, you know, maybe it was just in the back of Argento's head whenever he was coming up with his script, like, oh, let's throw that in there. You know, I remember that from Thriller. I remember that from Evil Dead, or that look from Evil Dead. And it's just stuff like that they try to implement, you know, to make,
I mean, Ash wasn't a complete badass in the first Evil Dead, though.
Right. Yes, so do we, Tamara. And
we're
you
on
know,
it.
we wanted to start it off early. Wanted to kick the season off early. They already got the pumpkin spice out. Everybody's going crazy on the pumpkin spice. I'm not a pumpkin spice guy, but you know what? I'm a horror guy. So we said we're going to start off this week and go all the way to Halloween, doing some horror for all you out there.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a good time. We got some good stuff lined up, and for our Halloween special, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna tell everybody right now, the Halloween special is gonna be 20th anniversary Devil's Rejects, baby.
Oh, he did it.
That's right.
He did it.
We'll just lay it out for everybody. We'll show you what we're gonna do because we got a lot of good stuff coming up, man. I'm pumped and I'm ready, man. It's spooky season, and I'm ready to get some shit rolling.
This is the only season for me. Ah! Bigfoot.
What?
Bigfoot. The fuck? You came with got a bag of masks over there?
I do. I went to a yard sale this weekend and just had all these old like Ben Cooper masks, man. I had this, the one from earlier. I got the witch. Got Wolfman. Got Huckleberry Hound. I got Princess. I got this whole stack. I got the whole stack of these old school Ben Cooper type masks. Collegeville.
I used to have a Mr. T one when I was a kid.
I pity the fool. But yeah, I only got them for like a couple bucks. So I was like, hell yeah, I got to pick those up.
Oh yeah. She loves
Thank you.
the masks.
Me too. You know, I love that old school stuff, man. You can't find that anywhere anymore.
And they always had that smell. Like
I was talking to the woman. Apparently, like all this stuff came from her mother's attic or whatever. She had passed away a few years ago, and she just never cleaned anything out. So she just brought all this stuff out and had it, and was trying to get rid of it finally. And yeah, it's tough to come across that kind of stuff. I was telling her, I was like, dude, I remember this stuff from whenever I was a kid because I wore these same type of masks. I had like the G.I. Joe, I had the Gremlins, you know, all that stuff. So, you know, it definitely takes me back. A little bit of nostalgia there and just cool stuff to have.
oh yeah. Old school, baby. We love the old school stuff too because we're old.
Oh, yeah.
They don't make shit like they used to.
No. And it's like, you know, I grabbed that for a few bucks at a yard sale. You know, you can't even go to Dollar Tree anymore and spend $1.
Right.
You know? Everything's outrageous. Terrible.
Yep. Well, I do believe that is the end of Demons.
That is the end of Demons. 40 years. It's been 40 years since Demons came out.
40 years. Technically, it's 40 years and exactly what?
Like what?
13
You said
days.
it was October 4th. So
yeah. 13 days.
Almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So 40 years of Demons. I know if Chuck would be here, he'd be putting over Bob Argento. You know, this is one of the ones we kind of chose because of him, and unfortunately he couldn't be here tonight. But I know he's a big fan of these films. Fulci, you know, all those Italian guys, he's a big fan of. So I know he would want to give a shout out for those guys and give them their prop. And yeah, this is a fun one. You know, like I said, the soundtrack's killer. Some of the effects are really great. It's one of those ones that you could probably take this and remake it, and I wouldn't be mad about it if you did it the right way. You know, it's got enough stuff that, you know, based on their budget, you could do better now. You know, and not CGI I'm talking about, but if you did practical effects and just went through and just kind of cleaned up.
Were amazing.
Cleaned up the script or added a little bit more flavor in there. Maybe had George become a badass a little bit earlier or something like that, so we get more of that. I don't know. You could tweak it. You could tweak it and make it better nowadays, I think.
Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Yeah, it's a good movie. Like I said, I always have fun when I'll put it on. I forget, like, how good it really is until I watch it again. I actually just watched it last year during Halloween. I usually have my go-tos every September, October, even November. It's still Halloween.
Hell yeah.
But all right, let's see what we have this week in our clip generator. Yes, we love all three of them as well.
Hell yeah.
And then wait till next week. Ha ha. Clip.
Good night, bloodsucker.
Favorite vampire movie. It's like he mind fucked us and started talking. Oh,
They're
that's
noodles,
so,
Michael.
so good.
They're just noodles, Michael.
That are just noodles. How are your maggots? All right, let's see what's going on here and get the boys paid.
You killed Marco!
Hey everybody, Laser Trading Company is on YouTube. See some of the videos from Mike's travels and experiences. If you haven't already, please head over and subscribe. 7,800 and growing. Thank you all. Laser Trading Company is also available on eBay with various merchandise and collectibles. Hundreds of great gift ideas. That's Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. You know him from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, Nasty Nation, Graveyard Talk, and the Video Store Clerks Podcast. He is the creator of Stoner Gore, Jack Nasty! And if you're looking for the latest in extreme horror, head over to Amazon.com, look up Chuck Nasty, and the following titles are available. Along with the latest album, Decay of Man, from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, available on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube now.
And you can't forget about Twisted Eyeball Juice. The lovely, lovely artwork. And the rocking chair.
Also available on Amazon.
Everything's available on Amazon. Can't go wrong.
Pick it up. Show some love.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a real bummer that Chuck and Dave had to miss this week. I know they would have loved to have been on because they like these films as well. But next week, we are still staying in the Bava family.
Oh, okay.
And doing Mario Bava's Black Sabbath.
It's me,
63.
Mario Bava.
And we will have an author joining us next week as well from the splatterpunk community, horror community, Robert Essig, one of Chuck's good buddies. They were at a con a few weeks ago together.
Yeah,
so he's going to be on and then talk about this film as well because it is one of his favorites.
Yep.
So there we have it. We
He's
got
been on here before.
friends coming over to help celebrate the holiday because we're all Halloween fans.
Yeah, he's been on the show before, so it'll be cool to have him back on here and be talking about some Black Sabbath.
Yeah, man. Kind of did it in a little ode to Ozzy.
Yeah, that's how that kind of came about because we were trying to come up with different, we were thinking about doing different horror movies from different years, like doing like 85, 90, 95, 2000, 2005, shit like that. So we're kind of jumping around a little bit. And that one came to mind because at the time we were, Ozzy had just passed away. So I think it was Chuck who suggested Black Sabbath. And we're like, all right, throw it in there. So
gotta love the Prince of Darkness.
Sure.
But yeah, so short show this week. Next week we'll be back, run a little longer probably, and then we have our featured guest with Robert Essig. Should be a good time. Stop on by. Tuesdays 10 p.m. And we will see you next Tuesday.
Peace.